We are going to see how to compare decimals. For that, first let's look at this place value chart and learn how to compare decimals. So if you look at this chart, you can see that the whole number part comes before the decimal point. So when we compare two decimals, first we look at the whole number part. If the whole number is bigger, then that decimal is bigger. If the whole number part is same in both the decimals, then we look at the tens position. If the tens position is bigger, then that decimal is bigger. If that too is same, then we look at the hundredths place and see which number is bigger. If hundredths place is also same, then we look at the thousandths place, and so on. This is how we compare the decimals. So now let's look at some examples. The first one is 31.2 and 25.8. Now in this case, the whole number parts are not same. We know that 31 is bigger than 25. Therefore, the first decimal is bigger than the second one. The next one is 1.7 and 1.4. In this case, the whole number part is same. For both the decimals, the whole number is 1. So let's compare the tens position numbers. 7 is bigger than 4. Therefore, 1.7 is bigger than 1.4. The next one is 14.32 and 14.36. Now in this case, the whole number part is 14 for both the decimals, and for both the decimals there is 3 in the tens place. So let's look at the hundredths place. 2 is smaller than 6, therefore 14.32 is smaller than 14.36. The next one is 42.521 and 42.53. What we look at now is first the whole number part, which is same in both the decimals. The tens place is also same. So let's look at the hundredths place. We know that 3 is bigger than 2. Therefore, the second decimal is bigger than the first one. The next one is 32.323 and 32.333. If you look at both the decimals, the only place where there is a difference is the hundredths position. The whole number part is same, the tens place is same. In case of the hundredths place, the second decimal has 3 and the first decimal has 2. So 2 is smaller than 3. That means 32.323 is smaller than 32.333. Now what we are going to do is we are going to arrange the decimals in either ascending or descending order. Let's look at the first example. Arrange in ascending order. Now we have 4 decimals here. When we say ascending order, that means we arrange from smaller to bigger. So let's start with the smallest number. The smallest whole number part would be 2, but there are 2 decimals here with 2 as the whole number. So let's look at the tens position. If you look at the tens position, we know that 2.22 is the smallest decimal. So that would come first. After that would be 2.33. After that would be the decimals that have 3 as the whole number part. Now in those 2 decimals, 3.22 would come before 3.33. So these are the decimals in ascending order. Let's look at the next example. Arrange in descending order, and we again have 4 decimals here. Now in this case, the whole number part is same for all the decimals. Everywhere the whole number is 8. If you look at the number of places after the decimal point, it varies. So let's add extra zeros at the end so that there are 3 digits after the decimal point for every number. So it would look like this. Now we have 3 places after the decimal point everywhere. Now it looks comparatively easy to arrange in descending order. Since the whole number part is same everywhere, let's look at the tens place. Now only in 8.500 there is 5 at the tens place. Everywhere else there is 0 at the tens place. That means this is the biggest decimal. So let's start with 8.500. After that we need to look at the hundreds place. So the next one would be 8.050. After that we look at the thousands place. So the next one would be 8.005 and the last one would be 8 or 8.000. So these are the decimals in descending order. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these extra zeros that we added before, and it would look like this. Instead of 8.0 it can also be written as 8.